Terence Crawford's camp and accomplishments are trashed by a major media outlet. And so is Errol Spence Jr.'s trainer, Derek James, by the editor-in-chief of Ring Magazine, Doug Fischer, who really, man, I think he's hanging out with Oscar De La Hoya too much, because what he said about the trainer of the year was completely obnoxious and inappropriate, and doesn't even apply to the guys he said it to. But clear shot at the trainer of Errol Spence Jr. and the trainer of Terence Crawford. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. Ring Magazine hits some Black American trainers, back-to-back trainers of the year, with amazing amount of disrespect, specifically at the trainers of Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. Doug Fischer, without a doubt, exceeded all of the foolish things I've heard him say over the course of 3 decades of listening to him. Before I get into the details of it, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you so much. And thank you, Matty Yole, and thank you, D. Murray, for those super thanks that you guys left in the Gervonta Davis video. Means a lot. Thank you very much. And let's get into this, because it is amazing how quick people are to disrespect American institutions, fighters, whether it's a fighter, whether it's a trainer, whether it's a promotional company. It's just amazing to me some of the things that people will say. Doug Fischer, who was the editor of Ring Magazine, put out a tweet and said, if only Shingo. Now, Shingo is a trainer for Monster Inoue. Monster Inoue Inoue. He said, if only Shingo were an obnoxious, loudmouth attention whore who regularly talks ish during interviews with U.S. content creators and YouTubers, he'd have won the 2023 Trainer of the Year and be a front runner for the 2024 award. Now, who won the 2023 award? That was Brian McIntyre. In 2022, it was Derek James. Okay, we don't know who's the front runner in 2024 because most of the fights have not happened. However, loudmouth attention, WHORE. Wow. Why would you say that about Brian McIntyre? First of all, if he was regularly doing interviews with the U.S. content creators, all right, Shingo doesn't speak English more than likely. And Shingo does not put on fights in the United States. How do we know that he is not talking smack and being attention seeking in Japan? We don't know that. We don't know that at all, because most people here don't speak Japanese. However, when did Brian McIntyre do that? When has Brian McIntyre been attention seeking? When has he ever run around trying to give interview to a bunch of YouTube, let me make sure he said US content creators and YouTubers? The man is at an event where people are there, and in Ring Magazine, people have YouTube channels. You ask him questions, he answers the questions, and he's an attention-seeking WHORE. Really? Man, what is wrong with this dude? It's just amazing, man. It's like these guys will not be happy unless U.S. boxing just goes away so that they can prop up some people that they can't even see fight unless they wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the fight. Man, this guy and Ring Magazine have been overselling these Japanese fighters and these little 105-pound fighters for decades now. The fact of the matter is they're not going to get they're not getting trainer of the year because they don't deserve trainer of the year. Over Brian McIntyre, why would he? Errol Spence Jr., Terence Crawford won a fight against Errol Spence Jr., which was the most publicized fight of the year. He then has another fighter in Chris Eubank. And Chris Eubank overcome after I do believe he had a knockout loss against Liam Smith. Chris Eubank looked spectacular against Liam Smith in the rematch, wins that fight. What exactly did Monster Inoue trainer do to so convincingly outdo Brian McIntyre? He's had a fighter that's been pretty much the consensus number one pound for pound fighter for like 6 years now. And trained him from the ground and was part of training him his entire professional career. And I do believe portions of his amateur career. But it's okay if you don't agree. You know, that's why you get a vote. The other guy gets a vote. But for you to call this man a regularly talk-ish in interviews with U.S. content creators and YouTubers, an attention-seeking, man, the negativity, man, and the hate of Black American fighters and Black American trainers by Ring Magazine is just astonishing. And it is no doubt that it is connected to Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy because they own it. But God, dog, man. If you want to vote for the guy and say, man, look, Chino's an excellent trainer, he should be considered for Fighter of the Year, cool. And he should win the award because of what he's accomplished. But to minimize these other people's accomplishments by saying the only reason that they have it is because they're attention-seeking prostitutes? For real? Like, what is the need for the grand insult on the guys? And that's not even how Brian McIntyre is. Brian McIntyre, if you ask him something or you talk smack about him, he'll talk smack back to you. But he's not running around on everybody's internet, everybody's YouTube platform and giving interviews all the time. And neither was Derek James. They're both kind of like, if you're on a stage, he'll say exactly what he thinks. That, yeah, this guy's a good fighter. Yeah, that guy's a good fighter, but Terence Crawford's way better. We'll destroy him. There's nothing in it for me to fight him. You know, I'm not saying I don't have any issues with the man says, but God dog, man, what's all that about? What's the vitriol for? What is the anti-American hatred for from Ring Magazine trying to push these dudes? The problem is that they fight in a time frame where most Americans, if you're talking about the Boxing Writers Association of America, because that's where they report America. If you're talking about ESPN, most of the observers are from America. So if he wants to get Trainer of the Year, fight in America or fight somewhere where people can actually see your fights. Man, just because you got some emotional connection to Japan doesn't mean the other voters do, or that they're going to vote for fighters that they don't even watch. I guess everybody, how about they come to the United States so people can see them fight? Come to the United States so people can see them train, can appreciate their product. That's not what they're doing. They're over in Japan at 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.